Hi everyone, it's Nicole Spohr here today for Spellbinders with the large die of the month club kit dies. This is the For You gift card holder, which makes this darling little gift bag with an insert that holds a gift card. I am going to combine not only this large die of the month club kit, but also the Glimmer April kit of the month. This is the classic alphabet, and also the small die of the month, the colorful layered blossoms or blooms. We're going to combine all of those for our card today. I wanted to share, I did die cut the panel there that you see out of the Fun Stamper's Journey Peaches and Cream cardstock. I've die cut that twice. You need 2 of these to create the gift card. And the reason I'm sharing this is not actually how I ended up creating the front of my gift bag. There's really nothing wrong with this one per se, other than I think it's easier, and the reason I'm showing this is to glimmer a larger piece of paper and then die cut it. I die cut first, and then I had to kind of manipulate and maneuver and try to guess where it was going to go, and it was just a hassle. It was much, much easier to glimmer the word, the sentiment for my gift bag. This could be for anything, for a card or a scrapbook page, whatever you are creating. It's much easier to glimmer it on a larger piece of paper and then cut it down later. Even though this did work out, it was quite a lot of effort to get this on the front of the gift bag. And then what happened was it was so high up on the bag, it wasn't exactly where I wanted it to go. And I thought I had it all figured out, and I just didn't. So now I'm going to share with you how I created this on a larger piece of paper, starting especially because we are reusing the letter M. We don't have all different letters here. This is a repetition of one of the letters, so we have to glimmer part of it, and then we have to glimmer the rest. And I actually glimmered it the first time, and there was nothing wrong with the glimmer, but I went ahead and stamped and embossed a sentiment, and when I heat set it, it really kind of ruined the glimmering. So I don't know what the deal was there, but I went ahead and redid it, and I'm just doing it on the other side of the paper because no one will ever know that that is on the other side. I am using the blush hot foil color. I believe this is one of the newest hot foil colors. Love this. It looks so pretty. I love the colorful hot foil on the colored cardstock. Very, very pretty. I am simply using the alphabet dies that were there, and then I'm putting the M on the other side of the O and then removing the O and putting my cardstock right back in the same position on the Glimmer hot foil system on that plate. And you can see I ended up with my mom greeting there. Now all I have to do is take that large die of the month and die cut this shape. There was a little overfoiling in a couple of spots. I probably should have trimmed the foil down a little bit more, so I erased that with a sand eraser. And I did opt to go ahead and stamp the sentiment that I wanted to use right underneath that before die cutting. And that's just, again, to make sure I had plenty of room for it. I stamped this sentiment from the Simon Says Stamp Love You Mama stamp set with Lawn Fawn Guava ink. So kind of a peachy pink ink. I'm actually using guava cardstock in some of the florals. So I picked that color and pulled it directly from this. Then I lined up the plate to create the gift bag and die cut that shape. There are score lines against one long side and the bottom, and I'm going to go ahead and fold those in on both sides and then put some 1/8 inch double-sided tape down each of these. We want to do this for the back of the bag as well. I did not decorate the back of the bag, but you could if you wanted to. I also think this would be probably a cute accent if you wanted to glue this to the front of a card and just have an interactive element on the front of the card where the insert for the gift bag pulls out. We're going to remove the backing paper and assemble our gift bag. You want to glimmer or stamp, anything like that before you go and put the bag together. I think it's easiest to put the bag side by side and glue the sides together and then fold it up and secure the bottom and the other side. I like to take a bone folder and just go over where I have the adhesive so it's nice and secure. Let's embellish our bag now with some of these beautiful die cut layered flowers. This layered colorful bloom set from the small die of the month for April 2019 is one of my very favorites. I have used it multiple times. I will be linking to some of those videos at the end of this video if you want to see additional ideas on using this set. I am building one of the larger flowers. I'm also assembling some greenery and some smaller buds to place in the lower left corner of our gift bag. Part of the reason I needed to make sure that where I glimmered my sentiment was very specific. I need to leave room for the handles of the bag, and I needed to leave room for embellishing with my florals. And I had already kind of pre-planned. I had die cut the flowers I was using, so I knew what I was going to use. I had laid them out on the gift bag. I knew where they were going to go, and so I really needed to keep my sentiment within a specific space. And that's why I very much encourage glimmering on a larger piece of paper than what you actually need, and then die cutting it down, or if you're not die cutting, trimming it down afterwards. My best tip for assembling these flowers, and if you've seen any of my other videos with this small die of the month club kit dies for April, is using tweezers. I use the tweezers to hold one of the shapes, put glue on the back of it, and then put it on the other shape, the layering shape. This keeps your fingers out of the glue for the most part and makes it much easier to assemble them. I also really like to assemble the blooms and things, kind of do all of that first, and then start assembling and gluing the shapes together on the project. This gift bag would be great for Mother's Day, but also consider maybe switching up your embellishments and the greetings and colors, and you could put grad on here. So for anyone graduating this spring, and you could have a gift card or money tucked inside of the insert. You could use this for birthdays. Just switch out for this card. You could simply switch out the sentiments and it would work for a birthday. There are lots and lots of occasions this would work for. Definitely you could use more masculine images to make this work for men. I think it's just a really fun way to give a gift card or a little monetary gift. Really decorative and fun. I've assembled my flowers. I put some acrylic blocks on top, just something heavy to hold that down. And I die cut this tag from the large die of the month. Everything comes from the large die of the month. I think I used everything in this except for the sentiment. It does come with a sentiment that says for you. I will use that on something else at another time. I just didn't use it on this particular project. But this tag comes in the set. I have die cut it from Fun Stamper's Journey Pool Play cardstock, and I've stamped a sentiment from the Stamp Market Gift for You stamp set. And we're going to thread that onto the handle. Now to make the handle really fit nicely, because we're going to glue this, we've die cut 2 of these and we're going to glue them, one to the front and one to the back. I find it's easier to roll that handle between your fingers, which you'll see me do here in a second. Roll that to make that natural shape. So see, I'm just taking it between my fingers and kind of rolling it and curving that to give it that natural curve. Then my next best tip, I'm going to glue one side at a time and hold that to the bag with, again, my tweezers. I love these. That's going to hold that exactly where I want that handle to go. until the glue is all the way dry. This also ensures I did not have my tag on the way I wanted it to be, so I can fix that because I haven't glued both sides down. In addition to the tag, there is a tassel. The tassel, hands down, you guys, my favorite part of this die. I really want to create a banner of tassels in just for decoration. I think they're really, really cute. I die cut the actual tassel part twice. It really just depends on how thick you want your tassel to be because it's just going to make it thicker. And I glued them together with double-sided tape. In addition, you're going to need that little thin strip, which is the handle for the tassel. There's a die for that. And then the part that goes around and kind of covers up the top of your tassel. I die cut all of these pieces, double-sided tape on it all, and then use your tweezers to start your tassel, or you could even leave it in the whole time if you wanted to, and roll that long piece, and remember I've got 2 of these taped together, glue those up, or roll those up, glue those up. Let's go with roll those up as tight as you can to assemble your little paper tassel. Think about, you know, using these, cutting it out of different materials, number one, but you can use these on cards. You can make a whole banner of tassels, which is what I really want to do with these, just to use as like party decoration. You can use them on scrapbook pages, all kinds of decor, and of course, they look so cute on these gift bags. So any kind of gift giving project, I think these would be cute added to. Now I am using my tweezers again, are gonna come in so handy. I put tape around the edge of my tassel and glued the handle in place. And then we're gonna take the larger, wider piece, and that's gonna be wrapped all the way around. So just kind of gently wrap that around. I did put liquid glue under one end and pinch that shut with my tweezers until the glue dried to hold it down and hold it nice and flat. And then use your finger like you just saw me do and kind of fan out the tassel. That's going to make it really tassel looking and so much fun. I really just think that's such a cute, clever idea and a really fun little accent for a lot of projects. Once I have threaded my tassel and my tag onto the front handle of the bag, I can glue the other side down and hold that in place with my tweezers. We will do the same thing for the back of the bag as well. The insert, I die cut that from the Peaches and Cream Fun Stampers Journey cardstock. You could do any color you want. You could make it an insert that maybe pulls out with a sentiment if you don't want to do like a gift card type thing, because the actual little notches are completely separate, which I think is phenomenal. That way it really kind of makes this be able to be used in multiple ways. Then you fold up the other piece. I have die cut this from that Pool Play cardstock, so it coordinates and complements the tag that we put on the handle of the front of the bag. The tissue paper that is going to go through that little die cut notch in the top of the insert panel. I'm going to do this 3 times so that it's a really full tissue paper type look. I played around with this to get it the way I wanted it to look. Cardstock is going to make this thicker. Vellum is going to make it a little thinner. So if you don't want your the top of your gift bag to be as thick as mine is here, vellum would be a really great option here. I really wanted to use something that complemented the gift tag because I love the aqua color of this Pool Play cardstock with the peachy color of the Peaches and Cream cardstock. So I'm kind of just playing around with these pieces, trying to make them work. And I'm using my bone folder to help keep it as flat as possible. I'm going to do this for all 3 pieces, and then you can see I've tucked one inside. Now the reason the insert has that top piece is because it folds back and covers up the ugly edge of where you've inserted your tissue paper. So that's what I did there. I know that got cut off in the video. And then you simply tuck this insert in the gift bag and you have a darling way to give a gift card. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for this project featuring the Spellbinders Large Die of the Month for April 2019. The supplies I used to create my card or my project are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here are a couple more projects featuring Spellbinders Club Kit dies that you might be interested in. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll catch you next time.